I'm going to cut it straight. So that's why I'm marking a straight line. We are going to cut off the slant at the back. Now this is optional. If you like, you leave it though. You leave the slant. If you don't like, just cut it off. So I'm going to cut it into 4 pieces. This is the fabric that we're going to use for this collar. So I folded it into 2. I'll cut by 2 and I'll cut by 2 again. So once I'm done cutting, I am going to join right side facing right side, okay, and the other side right side facing right side, and I'm going to join it like this. So watch how I'm going to direct it. This is how I'm going to join it, and I'm going to join this way also, and then turn it and iron it. Here I am done joining and turning, ironing. So I'm going to attach it to the slanted side will be at the center front, okay, at the center front, while the flat, that's the back, should be at the back. That's the zipper allowance side. That's where you're going to put the flat side, and the slanted side is going to be at the front of the gown. So after joining this piece, the next thing you're going to do, this is what you're going to have after joining the 2 sides of the neckline, okay, then you're going to sew it. But before you sew it, we are going to bring a bias tape, okay. The bias tape is going to help us to cover the stitches that you're going to have here. So this is how I am going to use my bias tape to close up the rough edges of the neckline. I'm going to open it up like this, place the bias tape on the line that I'm going to sew, okay, and then sew on top of the bias tape. I'll open the bias tape and sew on top of the bias tape like this. I'm also pinning it so that the bias tape, I will not have issues with the sewing. Pin every step. If you're not a professional, just pin. I love pinning, okay, because it makes me not to have issues when stitching. So after pinning up the bias, I am going to sew with 1/2 inch on top of the bias and on top of the neck line. Then I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like. So this is me after sewing the first one. I'm going to close it up like this, okay. I'm going to close it up to have a neat finishing on the neckline. And after closing it up, this is what I have. So this is how to cut and sew a pointed flat collar. Hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, share and comment, and follow us for more tutorial videos. Bye.